Good morning, it's Rob. I'm avoiding real work, to be very honest, but at the same time when I do that, then I go off and do things that do add up as work related, so I'm okay with that. This is going to be a video showing you how I design a pin from scratch. I'm going to do two different ones, and you're welcome to time me on this, because in the training for the print on demand and the blogging shortcut course and the Pinterest training course, more related to the Pinterest training course, I encourage you to set up folders and put all your design elements into a folder, create those pre-done elements, and then thereafter you can literally go in and produce them easily from then on. Okay, so I created in fact I'm going to have to open this, so give me a second, I'm going to go and find it. Okay, so yesterday I spent an hour and I made many pins. I was very pleased with myself. 2 hours, I don't really know, to be honest. But here's what I needed to do. So I did this. I put together a notepad with my blog as a link, my training menu, so I can send people to this training menu with these keywords: keyword training, how to set up domains, cPanel, Divi theme, how to work on a WordPress website, content creation, all of these, right? Then I've got popular ways to make money explained. I can send them to that specific page, which is effectively something like 15 or 20, 15 maybe, training videos that are, it's really about niche marketing or helping you choose your niche. And so in there I cover sorry, I wrote this for myself, so please excuse that I didn't bother checking spelling. So anyway, they're all in there, and these were ones that I could immediately send people to. So they literally watch this. So I'm going to copy this link, and so now I can take this page, I can go to my friend Mr. Google, hello my work, and this will be a product of my own. There was a word in between here. Okay, so much for that. By the way, it would go to my own one, but I'm not going to. Let's try that. If I just do shine on and then do like this, it will probably take you to one. There's one of mine. So I can send people straight to this, right? From that link. Okay, so equally then any of those will be fine. So right now I don't have a clue yet. Alright, so 3 minutes, start recording. Now I'm gonna try and remember 3 minutes. It'll probably be impossible for me. So you would go to Canva or you'd go to Photoshop and you'd open up a standard size of Pinterest. They do tell you on Pinterest what they recommended. I don't have a clue what this one is. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to look. It's a 2/3, 1/3. Okay, now I'm going to just start to design, because I just need to do it fairly easily and quickly. Okay, so I need a duplicate layer. I'm going to unlock the background layer. I'm going to pick a color for this layer. So wait a minute, my bad, I want to be on the correct one. So I'm going to, that's the color I want, and I'm going to fill it, right, and I'll drop it down. I will need to create another layer like that. So my bad, duplicate layer is the word I'm looking for. I've now got another one. I skid it up to the top here. Now you do the same concept in any of the other places. Okay, now that's the basics of the layout that I want. I'm going to go back to this. Why doesn't it want to me apply it? Okay, fine. I'm going to go to the background layer, and on here I'm going to pick a really pale color, so it's not quite white. Okay, so for me that's already the basis of a perfectly good start. Now this one is going to simply be text headline. So let me choose, I'm looking at another screen. Let's go to let's do mommy blogging. So I'm gonna go up to here and I'm gonna do a text script that says Mommy blogging tips. Okay, so first up, I need the color to be, well, the color's right. My bad. The layer's in the wrong place. So it's fine. Let me just move it over to... By the way, I do want to point this out to you. That I could have rehearsed this. And it probably would have been wise. But that's not how I do things. So I'm going to literally do this right. Well, I don't know what font that is. It's okay. Let's go and see what I did. It's Aristotle script. It's okay. I'm going to leave it like that. So now, excuse me, that's not what I wanted. So now I go back down to here and I do the one for Fibromyalgia Club. Incidentally, it's 9:15 in the morning for me after only falling asleep at 1 o'clock. This is early morning for me. And so please don't bully me about any idiot things I do and say. Now, for now, remember this is supposed to be a quick one. 3 minutes, I'm talking far too much anyway. So I want to do a new background. So layer, new background. A new layer, that's cool. Let's see where it goes to. It's up there, that's perfect. And I'm going to write I'm going to do it as with some opacity on it. So by the way, I could just go in here and write text, but I want to bring in an image. So for now, before I bring in the image, I'm going, let me get the image for you already. Again, sorry, no preparation, which of course is fairly typical. So I don't know what to tell you. Give me a I'm not even gonna pause you. I'm gonna go across to my other screen. I'm busy going through my folders. I'm on a hunt for some background images that I can use for this. Let's try this folder, and let's try this folder, and now I'm gonna talk about mommy blogging. So I suppose technically I should have a mommy blog picture. I have nothing even vaguely like that, unless you want to maybe, you know, so unless you want to literally show what happens if you're a mommy, so let's try this. So I'll put that there. It's got to go down behind everything. So there's my background picture, right? It'll do for now. In fact, it'll do all over. So I'm gonna now go back to my empty. Where's my empty one? Oh, put it onto that one. Fine. So I need another new layer. So I'm gonna go back to layer, new layer, beep, and it's gonna be too low. So I'm gonna run it up to the I've got visitors. Perhaps I can do this really fast. Okay, so on this layer, this is going to be my see-through layer. So I'm going to take this color, and I'm going to, sorry, that's the color I want. I'm going to color it in, right? I'm then going to take its opacity down until I can see what I want to see through it, which is the lady's feet. I'm then going to close it up and run this down to a point where it can become the background of the text mask that I want to create. So I click apply. Right, so now I go to text, and I only want my text to be within that size block. So there we go. And I then start typing. So then I literally tell people, give me a second. In fact, if you don't mind, I'm going to pause this while I think, otherwise I'm going to stress out. 1 second. Okay, I have no clue how my spelling went. I realized that the font is very light, so I'm going to try and just use this dark color this dark color and see if it's enough. I'm going to go a bit darker, a bit bluer. That's fine there. Okay, the actual font is too small, so let me go from 46 to 60, and the actual font itself is illegible, so let me go to Georgia, and then go from 60 to 70. And I think it's complaining about my spelling. Let me just have a look. Avoiding that looming back to work. So you see, so that looming is already not working. So let's get rid of that word. It just doesn't make sense. So avoiding that back to work thing. Why not look into mommy blogging or guys, I amuse myself all the time, or any other, and I mean any other alternative. So I don't know how to fix this. I do actually. I'll make this a tad wider. Wait, and I make this a tad wider, and it's still not working. So I'll jump this down. And that. Good job, Rob. And let's try this one too. Drag the whole thing down. Oh, that's just dragging the text down. It's okay. In fact, maybe a bit more of the feet visible. There we go. So 6 minutes, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. In 6 minutes I've made a pin. Now that this one's done, so yeah, what I'd do now is I'd go and file this, I'd save as, and I'd call it see through text pin. I have no idea where it's going to save, which is a bit dangerous, so let me put it onto my desktop for now, and I'll sort it after we've finished talking. And then once that's done, then I'll do the same thing. I go back, I give it a second, I think it's finished, save as, and I'll just do it as mommy blog pin, and I save that as a JPEG so as not to put extra strain on, and it's done. So there's a cool thing. Now what I'm saying now is I can come back in here. Remember my list. Let's go back to my list quickly. So my list is writing for a living. So I come back in here, I go to my mommy blogging text, it's this one. I click on here, I click on there, and I do stop it. And I do writing for a living. I can change it to any of the other scripts that I've been using. If I feel that it might look better, this one actually does. So there's my writing for a living script done. I should have asked you to time this one. I then go down to my fibromyalgia club, and I click on the text there, change that to the moon blah blah one, a moonstone. When it's done, I check that it's as big as I can get away with. It turns out it's a little bit too big. Center it. Done. And then I change this text on writing for a living. I change the background image, and I've got a different pin. How cool is that? Okay, done. I'm gonna, once this video is produced, I'm gonna go and produce another one for you, and I'll show it to you in a second.